Welcome everyone. It has been a long time since I've recorded and casted the last high elo game, but it's time again. It is time again. I'm really hyped because this is a super stacked game. I just got dodged from it. It was a little bit too late to queue, so let's cast it for you. First of all, we see Ashton. He doesn't give a shit going for the YOLO roll, and his roll is very cheap. 4 units with 60 or less gold, so this roll is really cheap. Give me 1 second. But it's decent. I've seen worse, and you would rather prefer a cheap roll instead of a too expensive roll with YOLO, so that's fine. Overall, we can already see there's a lot of aggression going on. We do see 2 offensive spells with the Audit of Assault. We have the Giant Snails and a little bit of a, I would say flex spell, defensive spell. It's like somehow both of it with the Titan. We do have Butcher Opener from Ashton, probably gonna be Bone Crusher, probably with Cat since he got a send. You could as well go for the Sea Serpent though. We do have Adamus starting with the Sky Queen. We have a nice little Wildroom opener from Archicum, and last but not least Widdowson starting with the Bounty Hunter. He did this the 3rd time in a row already. Let's see how he can do this time, and I hope the sound is not too loud for you now and you can hear some of it. We've seen the classic King ups on 1 by everyone besides Archicum, who's now deciding to send a snail, which is actually something Archicum likes to do from time to time. Not sending the king up on 1, but go for the snail because you need the extra money to go for certain 5-worker openers. He does not go for the king up on 1 just to maybe slow down his opponent, to check if he can break with a 40 cent, to check if he gets a snail, for example, and he doesn't need it. So there's various reasons why this might be an interesting option from time to time. Ashton, he is going for the pack red, so he's aware of the fact that his roll is very cheap. He needs to snowball into it, and he needs to be on decent value for some waves, while it's not needed for others. And he tried with a pack red and the Mask Builder Bomb Warrior, but it didn't work out at all. He was the one getting the snail from... Wait, isn't he getting a set from Widdowson? Yeah, Widdowson was sending a snail as well after income, and it was good. It was good. So there's the first leaks Ashton leaked. I think he won't have the balls this time to treasure hunt. Excuse me. But rather he will just, not treasure it, add some more stuff. He's in a little bit of a tough situation with the 49 gold. Maybe sell the mask, go for a cat might be an option for him. And this should be what he's doing. Exactly, he does need this little bit of extra melee damage sharing aggro with the Bone Crusher, and it's obviously great that the cat is arcane damage on top of this. Here we see Archicum going for the classic triple snail whenever you can afford it against Sky Queens. This is quite a good send, especially if you target units like Infiltrators, if you target units like Steeds, because they will take a long time to kill those snails, and same for the Sky Queen obviously. Everybody holding, so nothing special going on right there. Arcane damage, new damage type. Yeah. New defensive type. I'm sorry. I'm already getting tired. Let's see. We do have a big send from Adamus with the Dino already. He might be able to send... he will be able to get the Dino as well. I'm just not sure if he wants to do it, or if he just takes those extra 20 Mythium, shifts it for 6, for example, for 7, whenever he wants to send next time. But I think he's gonna send full to try to break Widdowson, so will probably Ashton add a snail as well. They both do, and they try to get the first king damage in the game here. I even see we can go for a little bit more game sound. I hope it's better now and you hear anything. It's very silent. And here we see it. We do have Widdowson already struggling wave 4 Dino Snail. His Green Devil died very, very soon because the split is not optimal. He does have the split misplaced. It's half a square too low, which will lead into a lot of focus going on the Green Devil. It died immediately. Next, his Bounty Hunter is dying and he's leaking. So is our Chaicoman. This is the first blood as mentioned against their king. East side struggling a little bit. They're behind in workers now. They took the first king damage. And only our Chicom being the one leading in Mythium, because he's the one saving Mythium here. He wants to do a big send against Adamas, which is likely gonna happen on 5. He's gonna look decent only on 5. And with a nice... Okay, the send is gonna be small. He needs the 6 gold. Wants to bait Adamas into going Green Devils probably for wave 6, but he doesn't. Oh, the Yosara would be such a great play here. Adamas might know it's... Oh, he doesn't. Okay. Yosara would have been such a great play. He would have protected himself already for wave 6. It would have been a very bad unit obviously for wave 5, but this is obviously the mind game he might have won. Now getting the 20, he's gonna hold this. It's only income. Not even income, it's only a snail to get extra 6 gold to build. Now he's able to go for the Yosara. I would love the Boar, to be honest. Boar and Sky Queen is very nice comp. Obviously it's not that great for wave 6, but you have to like think about the fact, do I get the send on 6, do I get the send on 7, and even the Boar on 6 with the splash damage being impact damage might help clearing at least half of the wave. So I would probably go for the Boar here. I can see Adamas though going for the Yosara, which is not too bad on 7 as well, right? Maybe he's even going for the Yosara with the gold itself and then selling the Graal for the Boar on 7, which would be the best play possible if it's... Oh, he can. Okay, so that's obviously the best play possible. He's going for the best units on wave 6 with the Graal, Natural, Impact, and the Yosara with the Swift, and then he can just get rid of the Graal next and go for the Boar and boom, push those workers as soon as possible. That's great. We do have Ashton now, 9 workers. He leaked very, very small to a Brute Send, which is amazing for him. He got a Send. He almost held all of it. And now he can push a lot. Now we do have Adamas as well. Receiving the Drake, the Snail. This is a lot of income feed for him. He's gonna hold this super easy with the Sora and the Graal. Okay, it's not super easy, but he's gonna hold it. At least something. It's actually a lot closer than I thought it would be, and it would be really great if he does actually have a lot of resources over, because we have Ashton Butcher, the 9 worker pusher, leaking quite big to a recent Brute. And yeah, this was not as easy of a hold as I said. Alright, but still, this is small king damage. They're still leading in king HP. It's not as bad. They're leading in workers as well. Ashton just have to care a little bit. He really likes to overpush a little bit from time to time, and when that happens, you might be able to get him with a resend. So we see it. He's in very low value. He does have the Coiler though, which is great for the wave. Adamas as well. He does not have the best value. He does not have the best units. So it's going to be a struggle for both of them. They luckily don't get a send. If they would have happened, they would have... Yeah, they might have been in trouble. But since they don't get sends, they should both be able to hold. They both have units to be great on 8, or at least pretty decent. I assume Adamas is going to go for the Boar. We have Ashton probably stacking up his cat. But first of all, let's have a look how a Chicom is gonna fight against this 140 being sent against his lane. He's lucky he doesn't get Brutes against the Canopy, which are a perfect counter to it, especially on wave 7 where a Canopy usually is strong. But it's only the income sense, only the Cannoneer, only the Lizard, so it might be a hold for him. Or it is going to be a hold for him. Are Achaikom and Widdowson sending? They are not sending still. And this is interesting because we do have Ashton and Adamas. They're both not looking amazing on 8. They're both not looking amazing on 9. With our knowledge of Adamas having the boar for 8, we know he's gonna do good there. Imagine he's doing the 500 IQ play now, going to shift the 100 gold. He doesn't, sadly. But just imagine, he would have shifted the 100 gold and go for a red eyes on 9. Oh my god, that would have been so amazing. But sadly, he doesn't do it. They both now have boars, so they're not as bad on 9 as well. And it's just gonna be great. This is just gonna be great. Achaikom and Widdowson, they will have to find a way to somehow get them. And we do see Widdowson, he is leaking bad. We have Achaikom, he's so high value, he almost pushed nothing since the last send because he knew he's gonna be bad on 8. He's even getting a small send only and losing a lot of his units. Maybe not even able to cover all of this. It's a little bit depending how the focus works, but like this, he's gonna be able to cover it. The Canopy perfect at the Wild Shroom, perfectly tanking 3 units. It's arcane armor, so it resists a little bit, and the Lioness, his main damage here, can just shut down the second half of the wave, or of the leaked wave. Here are the sends that Achaikom and Widdowson saved for. We do have the Ogre Brute going against Ashton Butcher. We do have Imp Mole against Adamas. They both will have a lot of value. We can check whether they're under or not. They're both a little bit under, not too drastically, 60 under each. That's not a huge problem. They both have the double boar, so the ogre might be interesting in this case. I don't think that the mole and imps are going to be too bad for him. Obviously, they will reduce the damage by the Sky Queens a lot, and the Sky Queens are the only damage Adamas basically has here, or like the only big damage he has here. So it's going to be interesting how much of the wave he can actually shut down. But looking at Ashton, it's more a matter of can he clear the ogre or not. And he's really unlucky with the ogre already sniping the deep coiler. If he's able to have the ogre attack the bone crusher and the cat first, he might kill the ogre and everything is fine. But this is a lot worse than I have expected, to be honest, especially for Adamas. The mole, the imps, they've done their job, especially adding the hermit, which is perfectly reducing the damage from the boars, the splash damage. It's healing it back again. You do have the damage reduction on the Harpies and the Sky Queen with the mole, and you do have the imps for the extra damage source against boars and Sky Queen. So this was actually a pretty good send. I didn't see the hermit coming, and Adamas and Ashton, they're actually dropping super low right there, and they have to care because there's 2 offensive spells in the game. We do see Achaikom already pushing to 20 workers, Widdowson on 18, so we know this is gonna be some sort of an all-in play with a lot of assault on 11 maybe. While we do have Ashton, if I'm right, he didn't push any worker, and Adamas he pushed 2, so they want to play it safe, they want to scale because they have those boars, which are great in the late game. You deny a lot of waves you can't get sense on. They probably just want to take some safe options, maybe even giant snails to get into the game, to scale into the game. While we have Achaikom and Widdowson, they see those 60% HP left on the west boss, and they know this is only one bigger league on each. And I'm really curious what's going to happen next, because we do see the Mythium numbers going up so fast for Achaikom. They're going up so fast for Widdowson, and latest now with Achaikom leaking really solid against an 80 income send. Adamas and Ashton, they should know, okay, something is going on here. Somebody pushed really bad. We should care. And maybe take Titan as a safe option, get some heal upgrades after income, to just be safe when the send comes, and then use the overpush on their opponents to their advantage. And they go for income. I really hope they're going for king. I think king heals the best you can do here, based on the fact that if there's units leaked, you're gonna die probably anyways. But if you're able to hold or at least do really good, you might regenerate some HP back and be able to win like this in the long run. But there's no king ups yet. Now the heal upgrades are coming. We have Titan on the Yasora for Adamas already. Good choice because there's more value on the Yasora because of the dodge chance of it. We have the Titan as well from Ashton Butcher on the red eyes. He doesn't really have a lot of other options, and the heal upgrades are getting finished. 440 and 480, that's the sense. Coming against them, but look at the splash damage. Oh my god, this is 1/3 of the wave already dead due to the splash of 3 boars. 2 boars and 1 red eyes. The deep coiler being perfectly protected, so this is looking quite good for them. I really think a 4 is not the best choice here. Probably a ram would have been a lot better, just to reduce the damage some of the units might take. But we do have Adamas leaking, so it's all about Ashton Butcher full covering, and I don't see him doing this. I do not see Ashton full cover here. Adamas leaked quite hard. A 4 against him is a lot better. He doesn't have that many boars, plus he does have a lot of bad units at the very front. Yeah, Ashton. Oh wait, Ashton's actually holding. Ashton is actually holding. The deep color did a great job, but there's still the 4-eye. There's 2 king ups only. The deep color won't even get 1 single attack against those units, and now this is gonna be difficult for the king to hold, and the 4 is just too much. And this is it. GG's on wave 11 for a Chaikom and Widdowson. And actually, the game turned out to be so close and so exciting in the end. We had Adamas and Widdowson, in my eyes, leading a lot. We see it here. They were leading by a few hundred. Okay, not a few hundred, but by up to 200 in the late early game, in the beginning of the mid game. They were a little bit ahead here. They had nice worker numbers. If you jump back, we had nice leaks on 8, but then on wave 9 the game began to go downhill for them, especially those leaked ogres and the massive leak for Adamas. I mean, we have to mention the sends were insanely large, and there were no king ups being made, like no full king ups, only the ones after income. So they struggled a lot, and then the full push here, very good call. 5 workers for a Chaikom, 4 workers for Widdowson, plus the double offensive spells. It was just a great play. We see it here, Adamas pushing 2. Ashton actually pushed 2 as well, but they just did not have a chance. Adamas in the end, not able to hold here. I probably think if he's going for the Titan on the red eyes, he might do a little better on wave 11, and I don't know if they would survive, because obviously on 11 Titan with Sora won't give you that much of a benefit, and it would be a lot better on the red eyes, while in the long run the Titan on the Sora obviously is a lot better. But I hope you enjoyed this game, because I did for sure, and yeah, see you next time.